Carolina weather video for Tuesday, October the 4th. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you, and just some fantastic October weather is going to continue to unfold for us all week long. If you like really kind of typical autumn weather that we often can get here in our region, you're going to love the weather here as we go through the rest of this week and right on through the weekend too. Some interesting possibilities early next week, though. I'll talk about that as we get into the video and get toward that portion of the forecast. Now, in terms of this morning, there's some lingering areas of rain up in the northeast with the departing area of low pressure, but all the action sort of shifting to the western part of the country over the next few days. There were some flooding issues around Las Vegas yesterday, and that's where the next big plunge of chilly air is going to be diving in, is into the western U.S. Now, we do have some frost advisories again this morning in effect for the mountains near and north and west of Asheville. In terms of temperatures, still the chilliest air this morning over the eastern part of the country, but the upper air pattern is changing. This big low pressure and trough swinging out. Notice some ridging over the plains in the Mississippi Valley this afternoon, and watch this trough really carve out west. And here we are by Friday morning, ridging over the plains, the lower Mississippi Valley, much of the eastern U.S. really until you get to the northeast, and there's that trough going into the western parts of the country. For today, it's going to be a day with ample sunshine, Piedmont highs in the 70s, and really that's going to be the deal over the next several days. Tomorrow, the warmest day of the week, probably upper 70s, maybe some low 80s in a few spots. And as we get later on in the week, another little push of some cooler air noses in here from the north, but we're just talking about probably some mid-70s for highs as opposed to upper 70s as we get into Thursday. Friday, too. Morning lows stay cool, a lot of 40s still in place for those morning low temperatures. And then in the weekend looks very, very nice. There's Saturday, sunshine, highs in the 70s. Maybe some clouds working into some spots on Sunday, but still nice with highs in the 70s. Now, early next week, what our weather winds up being like depends on what happens in the tropics. A lot of modeling is wanting to develop something down in this area, kind of on the tail end of the front. And the GFS is not as adamant as some modeling, but I'll show you a couple other models in just a second. There's the GFS depiction for Monday and Tuesday. Notice it finally does Tuesday pop up something near the coast of Florida and over toward the Bahamas. But look at the European model. Here we are Monday evening. It has an area of low pressure in the Gulf that then lifts north. As we get into Tuesday, spreading rain up into our region. I actually got these out of order. There is Tuesday morning, and there's Tuesday evening. And the Canadian actually does something fairly similar with the low pressure developing in the Gulf by Tuesday morning, but it kind of meanders into the Gulf for a while. So we could eventually maybe see some rain from a potential tropical type system down in the Gulf, but that is way, way out in the uncertain time frame. We'll just have to see if anything does indeed develop down that way. In terms of current tropical systems, we still have Philippe. Boy, this is a stubborn little system. Even though it's been battling a lot of shear, it's on the verge of hurricane intensity, actually. And the Hurricane Center forecast does now bring this up to a hurricane over the next 24 to 36 hours or so. But even though it's moving west-southwest now, it should make that hard right-hand turn and head out into the open waters of the central Atlantic. All right, that is it for today. Everyone have a great Tuesday, and God bless.